College baseball is finally officially here. Of course, we got this past weekend behind us, and we're visiting with Mike Grace for the Press Box. Make sure to find him on X. Check him out. You can hear him here tonight, 8 to 10 tonight on the Zone. But college baseball off and running. A small sample size. Georgia, Kentucky, South Carolina, no problems in the East with a sweep over the weekend. You got some 2-1s and an 0-1 Florida got one ball game in. Auburn, LSU, Texas A&M, along with Alabama sweeps. State and Ole Miss dropped a game and or two if you're Ole Miss. We're early, but this, you look at the, all the rankings and, Baseball America and all of your baseball polls. Again, you talk about loaded front end to back. We talk a lot about football and basketball, but man, baseball, this is going to be interesting to see because we'll be in conference play before you know it. It is going to be a grind for all of these teams, and particularly State and Ole Miss, who a lot of people are watching to see what they do.
And now in the day and age of transfer portal and name, image, likeness, Jake, these rosters turn over so much so fast. Who really knows what we've got just a week into the season? I think there are, probably half a dozen or more of these SEC teams that are loaded that could win it all if all the pieces fall in place. But it's going to be a great season, as always, in SEC baseball. You got to help me, man. It's been a rough couple of seasons I'm a maroon and white bulldog down deep. What's it going to take to turn around that Mississippi State program and get it back to what Bulldog fans are used to it being?
Well, this will be cliche, right? And, you got to pitch it well and you got to hit it well. And I know that sounds cliche, but that is where Mississippi State is at. They had some production at the plate over the past weekend. They had some guys strike out as well. But I think a lot of that production, especially if it's big hits, home runs, you're moving runners around the plate, they'll take that. And I'll volley that question back to you and say, what is success this year for Mississippi State? Talking to a lot of people in Ole Miss in that regard as well is it as simple as, hey, you've got to get back to postseason play. You've got to be in the field of 64. And, oh, by the way, it wouldn't hurt if you hosted a regional as well.
Well, certainly State and Ole Miss are used to that, right? And, I mean, that's got to be what the goal is to get back there. I think the key for State especially, and this is what was just their Achilles heel the last couple of seasons, is the ability to throw strikes, man. They walked so many batters, hit so many batters, gave so many free bases up last year. I don't care how great your offense is, you just can't do that consistently and be winners. And I think that's the key for them. Can they throw strikes this weekend? Again, small sample, but certainly look better than a year ago when they were walking 10 and hitting a couple, every 9 innings. So I think that's the key for this State pitching staff. Can they throw strikes and not give up free bases and free runs to people?